and welcome to part 2. Now, in this part, I'm going to tell you how to take your recorded movie and basically turn it into HD in Sony Vegas. Now, before, we recorded our file, and using Virtual Dub, we fixed the audio timing. So now we have our file 3, our lossless video recording, which is going to be quite large. I mean, it's only 32 seconds and it's taking up 220 megabytes, which is fairly large. So first of all, let's open up Sony Vegas. All right. So here we go. We have it right over here. So kind of fix this a bit. Okay. So first of all, obviously we need to import our lossless recording. So that's number 3. So it's right here. Now we need to drag it and put it into the timeline. Now, first of all, let's change some of the project settings. So that's going to be that button's going to be above the preview. It's going to be this little box right here. So first of all, you want to make sure it's on NTSC DV widescreen. Lower field, make sure this is the same. Make sure the deinterlace method is set to blend fields, and the motion blur is Gaussian. I think that's how you say it. And make sure that the full resolution rendering quality is set to best. And you can click on Start All New Projects with these settings to make sure that it does this every time you open up Sony Vegas. So now, as you can see, we have some fairly large black bars here. You know, that's not good. So we can first stretch the video to the frame size. So click on Properties, right-click the video stream and click on Properties. Now, disable resample, reduce interlace flicker, and uncheck maintain aspect ratio. And just click OK. Now you can see our video has been stretched to fill in the frame size. Now the reason why we clicked on resample is so it doesn't like resample the video. And reducing interlace flicker keeps like that weird grumbly stuff from showing on small text, which you'll see when you usually resize video, and it just kind of helps to reduce that a bit. So after you do that, we still have black bars, but that's from the original video, not because it's not stretched properly. So to fix this, you want to click on this button right here called Event Pan/Crop. It'll bring up this window. And when you start out, the settings will look like this. So what I would do is uncheck lock aspect ratio, open up the source panel, and make sure maintain aspect ratio is no. So now we can start cropping it. So you'll see that the top and bottom lines move together because it's trying to stay center. So if you fit this line to the top, you'll see that this one went too far. Well, if you put your mouse not on one of the lines, you'll see it turns into a 4-directional arrow. So we can kind of move the whole entire frame, kind of fit that in the middle, make it so that it's even. See, the preview will tell you what will show you what it looks like as you're doing it. So once you're happy with where it is, oh, oops. There we go. You can save it so you don't have to go through all this again. So I'm going to save it as game. Game Wii. Each video or each game console I've noticed has different sized black bars. Like the Wii menu will have different sized black bars. The Wii games will have different sized bars. GameCube game has different sized bars. The PS3 has like no bars on the left and right, but has really big bars on the top and bottom. The best I've seen was from the Xbox 360, because it has very little bars on the top and bottom. Like, I mean really small. So it's really good that the Xbox 360 kind of adapts its video to do that, which is one of the reasons why I like the 360 Now, I'm not saying I'm a 360 fanboy, just saying that's something kind of cool that it does. Now, video effects, we're going to want to add some effects here because we're resizing the video. And in doing so, it usually gets blurry because you're resizing it. And we're going to grab reset to none and drag it to the timeline. You want to change the amount to 0.113. You can save the preset as game, which I've already done. So then after you add the sharpen, you want to go up to brightness and contrast and drag the reset to none to the timeline. For brightness, I try negative 0.04. For contrast, I bring it up to 0.06. That tends to look pretty good, and I saved that preset as game as well. So once you add those two effects, you're basically done. So just make sure that you have checked what I've done. Make sure you have the same video effects that I have. Make sure that your project preferences are the same as mine too. And once everything is that way, I want to go to File, Render As. Now, first you should probably click on this one, the 8 megabytes HD. Click on Custom. Now, I mean, this is just going to be this is for YouTube HD, so the audio doesn't really need to be that special. So 160 looks pretty good. For video, you want to keep it at CBR, Windows Media Video 9, and make sure that it's high definition 1280 by 720. The pixel aspect ratio should be set to 1 or square. Make sure this is set to 100. Make sure this is checked and set to 3. The bit rate can stay at 8. That's just fine. You don't need to change anything here. In the project, just make sure you set it to best. And then up here, you can name it whatever you want. I named mine YouTube HD, and you just click this little save button. So I'm just going to go down to my YouTube thing. It's the exact same of what I just showed you. And just simply click save. And then it'll start rendering. So this is how you get your videos to HD. I hope I explained enough. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a personal message or a comment. That's perfectly fine. Now, Windows Media videos usually take longer to render than MPEG-4. But from what I've seen, better quality and more compression out of it. It just takes longer. So if you don't have the time, or you have a really long video and you don't want to wait like a while, or maybe your computer's not that fast, you can try MPEG-4. But I suggest Windows Media because I've seen really good, quality through it and some really good compression. And what you need for YouTube is compression because they have a limit on how big they can be. So it's best to compress it. So I hope this helped you. I will upload the video that I just did right now so that you can see for yourself how well it comes out, so it's proof that it looks good. And of course I'll put the links of all the codecs and all the software I used. Everything I used was free except for Sony Vegas. You can use the trial version for 30 days. And if you want, I can post a video showing you how to reset that trial every 30 days so you don't really have to buy it. But I'm not going to make a video on how to get it for free using like a crack or keygen because, I don't support that very well. So, but yeah, if you really want me to, I will make a video on how to reset the trial so that, So I hope this tutorial helped you, and thanks for watching.